Hi there, welcome to Progressive Mobility. So today I'm going to talk to you about sitting in a chair. Whether you are working from home or the office, I'm going to give you tips on how to do that. The reality is we can't always just get up from our desk and walk away. So how can you try and maintain good posture while you're seated? You just keep moving as you're seated. I'm going to show you how. First thing you'll want to make sure is that you're sitting on the edge of your chair. The reason is you want your feet planted. Hopefully you can get your hips higher than your knees. Your hips are also going to be likely to stay in a more neutral position, and you'll be working on your endurance, being able to hold yourself up all day. When you sit back, you're going to lose your neutral hip position. Your spine might be put out in alignment depending on the backrest. You're not going to be using endurance because you'll be relying on leaning, and you might have this problem where your feet dangle. So let's move ourselves out. Now, from here, we can have different positions while we're squatting. You can have a wide stance, a narrow stance, anywhere in between. You can also fall into a butterfly stance, where your knees are separated but your feet are together. If you have good mobility, you can go into a squat on your chair and work from here for a little bit. And you can also transition to sitting on your feet, whether you're up on your toes or down. Always keep moving. Not constantly, but just changing your positions as often as possible. My personal favorite is the lunge. You're sitting more on the edge of the chair and your leg is hanging down. Your foot is also still planted. This is a nice little break and stretch for your hip flexors and your quads. If you do choose to try this one out, make sure you do both sides. Now, if you're taller, your knee might be touching the ground, so just put something under there to help support. You can also go into a figure four, where your ankle is resting on your thigh, or you can rest that ankle on the chair. Now, some of you are going to be working from home at a bar height table, and most of these positions can be accomplished with that. Legs can be extended out, making sure you're staying nice and straight, or you can bring them up. You can also, of course, sit a little bit further back on that chair and just make sure you're using the footstool. You can also try the figure four by resting that foot, still being able to work, as well as the lunge. Put that chair on an angle. Make sure your foot is on the footrest. And now you have that nice stretch. You can also try a stable leg position. And this also might work on a regular chair, depending on the height of your table. Of course, that figure four works great from here, and always make sure you're doing both sides. So there you have it. You can work from home or from the office, be seated, and keep moving around even though you cannot leave your desk. Try it out. I hope this is helpful, and stay tuned to watch out for my video on different positions for your computer at a desk. Enjoy.